Welcome to the Ritz-Carlton Kyoto. I just stayed here for a few days, and it really is like where this timeless luxury meets the heart of Japan's ancient capital. The location is amazing, by the way. It's right on the river. It feels like an architectural masterpiece. There's great art around the spot, and I had an amazing breakfast. Hey, my name is Nick Gray. I just stayed at the Ritz in Kyoto. I also stayed at the Mitsui. I'll tell you what my favorite is at the very end. But for now, let me take you on a tour of the property, the whole thing. I'll show you secret spots that nobody else has. I'll take you to the gym, down to the sauna. I'll show you the pool and that area in the restaurant that has the old tea house room. It's really cool. But for now, let's go up to my room. Check it out.
Ritz-Carlton room review. Welcome into 222, lucky 222. Hey, I have a king size room and I'm gonna show you a whole tour through everything here, including the amenities, the coffee and tea. By the way, this is a complimentary tea set that all rooms are included. It's a green tea set from Ippodo. I believe it's a sencha or a gyokuro that's in there. Probably not a gyokuro. If you're a tea nerd, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here is our view. Now this is a river view. We were upgraded to receive this river view room. I booked originally a courtyard, but because of my status as a titanium member, I received this upgrade looking out onto the river, which looks really nice. But you're here for the room, so let's talk about that. First of all, I really appreciate this little bonsai tree that they've included. Thank you, Mr. Bonsai. Another gift that you will receive are some snacks. I believe those are rice crackers. You get some little origami things here, and then some fruits, which is really nice. The TV, which you can see is extendable to swing out onto the bed area. Now, you may notice one thing that I saw, which is no desk. You do, however, have this, which is kind of a desk, I guess. And actually, I prefer it more instead of a desk. You can sit here with a loved one or something like that and have a little snack together, or sit on the sofa, which is quite large. I like the sofa and I like this room layout. One of the things I noticed are the architectural elements of this room. Perhaps you see them as well. Things like this, a very considerable, this is incredible. This is a very nice piece of furniture, a very nice headboard, and it just feels so luxurious. Also, look at this area. This exterior interior structure that is built into the room, very solid, sturdy wood. This is awesome. I love this and it makes me feel very nice. I love how they've framed the window almost with that. This is the longest that I have spent without even getting to the bed or the power plugs, the bathroom, the shower. But it's these levels of attention to detail. I think if you're booking this hotel, the Ritz-Carlton, you like fine things, you like luxury items, and it shows up in the room here. So let's continue. Now, one thing in a lot of Japanese hotels that does kind of annoy me are these complicated buttons and switches in order to control the curtains and the blinds and all the different lights. This one looks no different than the other ones. But I will note that what we didn't see at the Mitsui, there's a USB-C port here. I love to see a USB-C port in addition to old USB-A. And the reason for that, if you've watched my other travel hotel videos, is you know that I'm a huge nerd and I want to charge my phones and my devices as easy as possible. We see another Bluetooth speaker over here, which I like and appreciate. Occasionally, these Tivolis will have an extra USB port on the back. You can check for that when you get here. 2 USB ports here, as well as 2 powers and the USB-C with some additional buttons. All right, enough about the bed. This is nice. I like it. Let's move on to the bathroom. Again, the structural elements of this is so nice. A nice swinging wood door, so you can feel what this is like. It is heavy, it is significant, and it closes up for beautiful privacy. By the way, if you're coming to Japan, if you're thinking about coming, if you're researching hotels, be sure to look at my review of the Mitsui, which I've stayed at for the last few nights. And I want to know, leave me a comment and tell me when you're going to be here. Maybe I'll give you some of my Kyoto hot tips and best restaurants. Beautiful bathtub. I did like the Mitsui bathtub better, but this one is fine. I like the shower here better with these wooden planks. And I also note that there is an overhead shower, which is really nice. The buttons are controlled by these switches right here. Super simple to do. Extra hand one. Hey, that's easy. The bathrobes, I always do a little thread count inspection. The bathrobe is fine. I think it's very nice. This will be good. But there's a surprise waiting in the bathroom that I'll show you here in a second. in the closet. This is the amenity kit that we have here. Very nice box, by the way, wow. And a special welcome gift that they told us about, which is a custom designed soap. So you'll definitely want to check that one out, that you can take home as a gift, they said. Now there's a television playing here. Can you see this beyond my reflection? There's a television that is built into this that is pretty cool. Let's see, some extra bath towels, and I imagine that's a hair dryer over there. Coming into here to show you, look what is in the closet. Now, beyond my jackets, you can see yakutas. I believe this is basically an additional special bathrobe, perhaps to be worn down to the sauna. I like this a lot. This is really nice. Maybe these are even like pajamas, which is cool. More areas to store your luggage over here, as you can see that I'm doing. And as we come back, you might be wondering, hey, where's the toilet? Where's the bathroom over here? What happened? How is it? Well, that's me, by the way. I'm Nick Gray. Give me a like or a comment if you're following along. I pay for all my rooms. These are not sponsored. I'm giving you my authentic opinion. And my authentic opinion of this bathroom is pretty good. I love the vibe in here. Similar to the Mitsui, this is all wood. I like this. This is really nice. Now, last but not least, oh my gosh, I've done hundreds of these hotel tour videos. This is the longest I've spent on a single room tour. Most of my videos show a longer hotel tour, but there's so much that I like here. I really like this kettle. I'm a huge fan of that. The wine glass selections are pretty nice. Now, all of these are free, but these are additional bonus charge. The refrigerator is hidden away back here. Oh, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll show it to you guys because people often ask me if I don't include and show what's in the minibar. And then what I really want to show you is the dishware, which is right here. Look at these. Excuse me, but that is pretty nice. I'm ready to snack in the room. We have the typical Nespresso setup with these pods, water, and Nespresso kit over there. Ice bucket. Look, I like this hotel room. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to explore more of the different things. Maybe take a little lounge over there in that sofa, or in fact, just sit over here and enjoy the view looking out onto the river. Thank you for joining. Let's continue and go explore the hotel. Showing you that Kohenawa sculpture that I really liked. I love the architectural features of these almost bamboo slats. It keeps the space so open and airy, but it also allows a little bit of spacing and separation. Here's that other library that I mentioned that has some really good books on the inside. Well, this is the sculpture that I mentioned, and you really need to check it out. It's a Japanese artist. His name is Kohenawa, and he creates these pieces. They told me here that you can actually play this instrument. And if I zoom in on it, which I'll do for you right here, can you see the detail of this? He adds these glass balls to these sculptures in such a way that it's just really, really cool. This is an instrument, and this is his style of creating this. Well, another nice object, as you can see from this beautiful lobby. And look at that, the door's open. That is where you come in the morning. All right, I think we'll go pop downstairs to the gym probably next. I'm gonna get some food for breakfast. Why don't I show you some of that food for breakfast? Let's go back to the restaurant, come on. First, I just wanna show you some of the pastries that they have here. Let me zoom in on these. So this is not actually a breakfast buffet. The pastries are buffet style, but everything else is situated as an a la carte offering. So that's gonna be a little bit different than some of the other hotels that you're used to. I'm gonna choose to sit right over here so that I can have this great view looking out to the rest of the hotel. This is a typical Japanese breakfast. I'll show you each of the items in the breakfast bento box. Starting here, these are pickled plums and other vegetables. Next, this is daikon radish with a little bit of shrimp. We have Kobe beef, some local vegetables, a little fruit plate, and then the fish of the day with tamago, or Japanese scrambled eggs. Over here I have tofu. This is rice porridge. I have a green tea, a brown tea, a little bit of yogurt, and some miso soup right inside. This is delicious. Would you eat this? I have a special thing to show you. Check this out. All right, there's the coffee setup over there. But for now, we're going to wait till you see this. It's right in the back. This is the original hotel space. This building right here at the very back is what the Ritz-Carlton was built around. Now, this area is used as a special dining area for VIPs or for private reservations. But this is really, look, it looks like a museum almost. How cool is this? This is really what this hotel space was before the Ritz-Carlton turned it into this. I don't think anyone else on YouTube has this as part of their scene. And when you come to this hotel, you need to come back here. I think they'll even let you come up and sit, maybe for some photos if you're nice enough, but you have to check that out. It's really nicely designed. Look all around it like a rock garden space. So freaking cool. And this area back here, another executive dining space and area. I'm going to keep walking and continue this tour, and I will show you the library area. Let me show you that right now. As you go back into the lobby, remember that the check-in is right over there to the right. But my favorite areas are the lobby. Oh my gosh, you can see my laptop set up over here. Look at my laptop right over there. See my laptop? That's where I was working. These are the libraries though, and there's about 3 different ones, I think, here in the lobby with some interesting books. Many art books, actually, is what is displayed on the side of these that show different areas of the world or different interior designs. But this is a really cool place to hang out. If you're looking at the Mitsui Hotel, I just want to compare this, and I want you to think about that different feeling between the two spaces. The Mitsui has a similar basement lower level for the spa. I'll show you the pool down here. There's a beautiful sauna. I have to say the sauna here is so nice. Hello, good morning, by the way. I just finished my breakfast. The sauna is really nice, and I'll show you that. But let's take a look as we walk down here into this space. Let me show you. Konnichiwa, ohayou gozaimasu. I'm just doing the gym. Okay, thank you. All right, I signed in at the desk, and now I'm gonna go to show you the gym. Well, I'm so excited to show you this. This is quite rare because since nobody's in here, I am allowed to film now. And here are the free weights. Look at the free weights at the gym. Pretty good selection. People always ask what the different weights are, and this is one of the only ones I've seen that starts at a 1 kilogram. That's incredible, little baby ones. And they go all the way up to 22 kilograms there. Where's the rest of the things at the gym? I love to see the bicep curl bar. I don't know where the weights, oh yeah, the weights are over here. We've got this set up, a Smith machine here, as well as, this machine, I always wonder what this one is about. You can see that they have, this is one thing that I haven't found elsewhere, which is the protein. These protein bars that they have available, free for you to take, as well as some delicious waters. 2 exercise bikes, 3 treadmills, 1 elliptical, as well as the bench, the leg machine over here. Well, come with me now into the pool so I can give you exclusive video access to show you what this looks like. One of the things as you come down here, you can get some rooibos tea water or some detox water. Okay, I like that. I appreciate that. Last night, there were so many kids playing down here, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing if you have children and you want to know that there's a safe space for them to come. It's a bad thing if you're like me and you wanted a little more quiet area. This is the pool, pretty nice for laps, honestly. I'm looking down here. I actually don't know what's down this area, so let's take a look. I believe it might be maybe for, I think this is for the changing rooms. What do you do here? Just to wash your feet? I don't know. If you know what this is, please let me know. Maybe it's to clean your feet. I don't know. All right, let me show you the sauna though, because you have to see this sauna. Look how nice. I hope there's nobody in here. I don't want to embarrass anybody. Okay, nobody is in this sauna. Look how nice this is. Are you kidding me? Oh my Lord. It feels great inside the sauna. Oh, I do have to note, I came inside the sauna yesterday and my whole body was like so itchy. And that's because when we're here now in January, It is so dry outside, but look at that. You can see out to the outside a little window inside the sauna. How freaking cool is that? Well, this is really nice. You're gonna love hanging out inside the sauna. On the other side of the pool, all the way down there is a steam room. So there is an additional steam room. I just want to show you what the view is though, because this really is quite magical to see this outside. Oh, so nice. Well, this is the pool. I hope you'd enjoyed. By the way, my name is Nick Gray. I do these videos for fun, for free. I pay for all my own rooms, and I give you my honest opinion. And my honest opinion is that I personally like the Mitsui better because there's the downstairs onsen, but you cannot do any swimming. And here, if you like to swim, if you like to do laps, this is amazing. This is beautiful. It's so nice. You can't do swimming at the Mitsui, but it is a bit more peaceful at the Mitsui. This is still nice. I love this hotel. You're going to love this when you come here. This is a great hotel. Let's continue the tour now. So downstairs here is the bridal floor, and I'm going to take you down to the bridal floor. The bridal floor is really used for special events, and I wasn't going to include it, but perhaps you're thinking of renting this for a wedding. If you are, in fact, congratulations. I hope you have a great wedding. But if you're just staying here as a guest of the hotel, I do want to show it to you very briefly because not a lot of people look down here, and it is a huge floor plan area of the entire hotel. Look at this right now. Wow, that's incredible. There's also one of the Japanese restaurants that they have downstairs on this level. This is lower, I guess you could say B1, but you know what? I think you could also come in here and study and do a bit of work. This looks like a little executive meeting room, which you could have in here in case you need to have a meeting. All right, great, come on in. Let's keep walking and I'll show you more. Not a lot of people, by the way, if you like my video, will you please just do me a quick favor and just give me a like or a comment. Tell me when you're going to Japan. I make these videos for fun, for my friends, for free, with my real honest opinion of what the hotel is like. I don't hold back any punches. I'm not sponsored. I don't get like an influencer deal. In fact, okay, if you are wondering, I will tell you, I booked this hotel with my points on Bonvoy. I paid 92,000 points for it. Do you think that's a good rate? What type of rates are you seeing? Please let me know. This is down to the B2 level, okay? So this is more like a conference center. It is also the same level that the gym was on that I showed you before, as well as the pool, but that is available only through a secret hidden door in the back. Instead, this is more of your conference area, okay? Pretty nice. If you're booking an event here, this is gonna show you all your different rooms and areas. But that's it. You've now seen the basement levels with me, including the wedding salon floor and the B2 basement conference area. Let's go back up.
Let me just zoom out though and give you a conclusion. And here's how I feel about this hotel. This is my honest opinion. I actually liked the Mitsui better, and I'll tell you why. The Ritz almost seemed, I hate to say it, but kind of soulless. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved the room, but the common spaces lacked something more special. It felt like almost any luxury hotel. Now, I loved that area at the restaurant. That was the original house from hundreds of years ago. I loved the breakfast there. But honestly, I liked it better at the Mitsui. You can't beat the location for the Ritz. And if you have children, the Ritz is probably better. So actually, I do like the Ritz. Look, I stayed at both of them. I'm happy that I stayed at both. If you're planning your trip to the Ritz, I think you're still gonna love it. You will have a great time. But I'm telling you, that's my honest opinion, that the common area, I don't know, it just felt like a big hotel. It's still amazing. And if you have kids, you definitely wanna go here because the service is unparalleled. But overall, I would say that the Mitsui was more of my favorite hotel. The Ritz is a great hotel. I hope you love it. You're gonna like it. Enjoy your trip. Kyoto is so special and magical. Thank you for watching. Bye.